Hi, I'm Dr. Rajani. Thanks for joining me today. I'm doing an update on Botox and Botox-like products for your year ahead. Some of you might just want to start this journey. Others have been on it. This is going to update you on not just what's available today, my opinions, but some new products that are coming to market that maybe you want to know about. This is not sponsored in any way. It's what I do every day in clinic. And if you're from United States and Canada, great. If you're from around the world, I traveled to 23 countries this year, and I went to 18 different congresses, including ones only involving skincare and wellness. So this is going to be an educational video, and I'm going to do one on fillers too. Fillers and Botox are different. Remember, Botox slows down muscle movement to help prevent or alleviate lines and wrinkles. Fillers plump. So there's two different things. I'm also going to pay particular attention to the comments below this video. I'm going to answer them specifically for you because questions are going to come up that maybe weren't addressed here or you need clarification. Use the comment section below. I actually answer my viewers because my goal is education for you. You need to understand, before you think about Botox and fillers, think about exercise, nutrition, wellness, your food supply. Because the food supply is diminishing, we want to think about supplementation. Often you're getting fillers and Botox for outward appearance, glow, reduction of fine lines and wrinkles. The first thing you need to take care of is the temple. Let's dive in. Let's talk about what I first teach, the 4 Ds: dilution, dose, droop, and duration. Let's go through to dilution, number 1. All the products in North America and mostly around the world are diluted. That means they come as think of it as a powder, and your physician or provider has to put some type of a sterile water, sodium chloride, saline in there to reconstitute it. So you're never going to truly know the dilution. You can always be faked out. There's no way to know. I changed the dilutions for my patients based on if I'm doing high dose for a longer duration, which we're going to talk about, or I want a little less concentration and I want it to spread more, like say the crow's feet, I want it to spread. The forehead, I do not want it to spread. So I change the dilutions all the time. Could I cheat my patients? Absolutely, I could. Why wouldn't I? I want to provide the best type of treatment, Botox or Botox-like treatment. We call them neuromodulators, so we'll use that going forward because there's many different brands. Botox is a brand. I want to provide the best possible neuromodulator in the world because I want to have the best results, so my patients come back for my procedures that I actually make money on, which is, for me, my full face injectables. Let's go to dose. Now, you're never going to know what dose you're going to get. Could you be cheated? 100%. No one knows what dose I'm giving them. I can say, yeah, I'm giving you 20 units. You're not going to know. You, as a layperson, can't measure it. And maybe I diluted it differently, wrongly. You don't know what my syringe, how it looks, what's in there. So, but I'll give you the average doses. When I talk about brands, I'll tell you a little bit of why it's so confusing. But in general, of the doses for the forehead, we'll use Botox as an example. Average FDA approved dose is 20 units. In clinic real life, so I don't create droop, I'm doing 12 units. Average dose for the frown in the FDA approved dose is 20 units. The eyes is 24 units. Let's go to the lower face. Nothing's approved for the lower face for cosmetic use. So 6 units for the downturned mouth, 6 units for the chin, 6 around the lips. And for the masters of big muscle, usually using 20 units per side or a total of 4 units. Now this brings me into brands because the units aren't the same for each brand, so you'll never fully know. But let's talk about the brands. I've been around since the beginning of each one of these, and the first one that was introduced, 2001, Botox Cosmetic, was the king until 2009 or so when Dyysport came. So you have Botox, which is a brand. You have Dyysport, which is a brand. Xeomin came, And finally, we have Jeuveaux. At the end, I'm going to talk about Daxxify, which is a new one, which is a 6-month duration one. But if you take those 4 brands, what's in common? They're all the same active product, botulinum toxin type A. What's different? The binding proteins. So if you take Botox, Dyysport, and Jeuveaux, they all have binding proteins to them, which the body can react to, and some people think that you can become immune to them because the body sees those proteins. We'll talk about that at the end, and also have a complete video. If you think you're immune to your Botox or it's just not working as well, I'll put a link in the more info below to that video so you can look up Botox immunity. It's quite a rare thing. But if you think they have Botox, those Botox products have binding proteins, Xeomin is the cleanest one, meaning it doesn't have a binding protein. It's only the botulinum toxin type A. Now, which brand is best? Which do I prefer? By far and away, I use more Dyysport than anything. I think it works better, it lasts longer, it works quicker. Then we go Xeomin. I like Xeomin a lot. No binding proteins, it's the cleanest one out there. And I use a little more product for each person to equal the amount of Dyysport. Botox, you're seeing a decline in use, and Jeuveaux was the new millennium type. People either like it or they don't. Many people struggled with duration on that product. Some people did great, some people just didn't see it. So Dyysport and Xeomin are what I use in my clinic the most. And I think those are 2 great ones that you can't go wrong with. And again, that's my opinion. That's what I use. In the comments below, I'm happy to answer anything specifically for you on that. Now let's talk duration. The more units you use of any one of these products, the longer it's going to last, but the more side effects you could get. So I stick with pretty standard dosing, as I mentioned earlier, those doses. However, I have people who don't want to come back for maybe 6 or 8 months. I concentrate it, I increase the dose, I get more duration. Again, Dyysport and Xeomin respond very well to those increasing doses and longevity. So if immunity is something you're particularly worried about, or you think that you're developing immunity, it's not working as well, Xeomin might be one to go for. All of those, Botox, Xeomin, Jeuveaux, and Dyysport, are approved for 3 to 4 month durations. Using the standard doses, once again, Dyysport and Xeomin seem to come out the winner for me in my practice. One of the benefits of Xeomin is you don't have to store it cold. So if people have trouble with storage, their fridge goes out, maybe people don't get to the box when it arrives and they don't get it to the fridge quick enough, it can warm store until we dilute it and then we cool it down. So it can be a little more stable from that point. Keep in mind, old product doesn't work as well. So if you're going to a clinic where they don't do this all the time, it may have sat in their fridge for 3 weeks. It's losing its efficacy. So you want to go to a place that knows how to do all this. You want to go to an expert, but someone who's using more product, is a little busier, typically are going to have fresh product, and that does make a difference. The final of the D's is droop. Now, where you're going to get the droop from is the forehead. The forehead is what lifts. I have complete videos on droop. I'll put, again, the links in the more info below this video for droops. The lid droop is what everyone fears. In 2001 to 2005, it was a 4% chance. It's now about 0.05 because we know the depth to put it and where to put it. So it's not a big issue, the lid droop for most people. But what about the brow droop? Yes, that can happen, and you need to see someone experienced, and it happens from treating the forehead or potentially the frown, but not around the eyes. The eyes is the safest one of the injections from that point of view. Let's mention something about fake product. Can you get fake product? A large amount of product in this country is fake, meaning it's not bought from the companies, it's imported. Part of the big problem here is transport. You don't know about transport. The effectiveness tends to wax and wane, so clinics, they're trying to cut costs. So when you see things below $10 to $12 per unit, you start thinking, is that correct? I'd say $10, below $10 a unit, you're losing money. A real clinic would lose money. The going rate is about $12 to $22 per unit. My clinic, I'm charging $16 to $20 per unit, and you're seeing that increase as inflation goes up too. Now let's talk new products. Daxxify, you're gonna hear a lot about this. It'll be in your Vogue, New Beauty, all the magazines. Come get a 6-month toxin. I'm not overly excited about it. We can get 6-month duration now with existing toxins. We know exactly how they work. We can offer better pricing because this product is going to be more expensive. If you had a droop or a problem and you believe it does last 6 months, 8 months, which is what they're saying, then you have a problem for 6 or 8 months. What I can tell you, I get panic calls all the time, particularly on my other social media accounts from injectors or patients all around the world. Oh my gosh, I'm 4 days out. I've got a little lowering of the eye. I'm freaking out. When their brows aren't even, and that could last 2 to 4 weeks with the products we have now, it drives them crazy to where they lose their mind. And of course it comes back after 2 to 4 weeks typically. So now imagine if you're going to tell me something's lasting 6 months or 8 months and you're someone who wants to start this new, you haven't done it before, you're a newbie, or you're in front of people, you're on camera, your look is important, the holidays are coming, you're going to freak out because a lot of people doing Botox and like products are new entry people, and they're very attuned to how other people see them, and oh my, maybe they think I got something done. Our group of people coming in 20 to 35, which is the biggest group of people we're seeing for new treatments now and that are involved in the aesthetics from social media and the like, the young people, they could care less. Oh, it's a side effect, no problem. It's the 50-year-old plus that comes in, they're not happy. So if you're thinking you want a longer product, just keep in mind, if it indeed does last longer, you're going to have more side effects with this. The other thing is for clinics, they're going to have to talk to people about a new product. And there's going to be 30 to 40% of people that do not get 6 months, because as it starts to come back, people go, oh, I got a little bit of movement, it didn't last. Remember, a treatment means 60 to 80% of the muscle movement goes. It's probably what I have now. Last treatment I had was eight months ago. Okay, so probably have 60, 80% or 20 to 40% came back. That still is working by the books, by academia. So keep that in mind. So for me, it's not something I'm going to be bringing in. If you're using it, let me know how you like it. Feel free in the comments below. I want you to realize with these products, more importantly is your skincare, more importantly building collagen and elastin by doing your home treatments, using your home devices, and getting fractionated RF treatments that actually build collagen and elastin, because that is the root of youth, building those, and it all comes from the inside first, your Nutra Cosmetics. Stay tuned, give me the questions below. Keep your skin and body beautiful, healthy, and vibrant.